From Minsk. Comes from the same hometown as Boginskaya.
As well as Olga Korbut. So they have produced some wonderful gymnasts from Belarusia.
That is Yoo Ok-yul of South Korea, waiting with his 9-7, which is the lead. Tomorrow night, ABC Sports heads to Houston for a showdown between two top AFC powers. The Nigerian Nightmare, Christian Okoye, leads the Chiefs against Warren Moon and the high-scoring Oilers. It all begins live at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on ABC's Monday Night Football. Last time Warren Moon played against the Chiefs, he passed for 527 yards. 9-7-1-2 with Shearbo's first vault. He's ready for the second.
This will be exactly like the first vault, except he's going to crank one more twist. There it is. Oh, just a step.
Vitaly Sherbo, one of the many outstanding gymnasts from the Soviet Union. We'll be back with more of our live coverage from the 1991 World Gymnastics Championships in a moment. Romania, you think about Nadia Comaneci. She's with Julie Moran.
Thanks, Gary. How could we ever forget those 7 perfect 10s in '76? Nadia, you've seen quite a few American teams. How have they changed, and what's your perception of this one?
Well, they changed a lot in the last time. The gymnastics is not the same than '76. The things that I did in '76 were very hard at that time, but they warm up with this right now.
Nadia, we first heard of Bela Karolyi when he was your coach. Since then, he's coached Mary Lou and Phoebe and Brandy and now Kim Zmeskal. Why is he so successful?
Well, because he is the best coach in the world. And I said this, and I will all the time say this.
When you were competing, after you competed, you did coach the junior team in Romania. And we're going to see Cristina Bontas very soon, who you coached. What can we expect from her?
Well, I'm very happy to see the Romanians team here, and especially that 4 years ago I was the coach of the juniors team, and I coached Cristina Bontas and Mirela Pașca, and she was my favorite girl at that time, but I had no idea that she will become as she is now, and I'm very proud of her, and I can tell that she worked a lot. All the time when I told her to do like 10 routine on the beam, she did 20, and I think this is a secret of the thing that she's doing now.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, Nadia, and best of luck.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Gary.
All right, Julie, thank you very much. Li Jing of China. Now, we've got to catch up on some scores. Anodi on the beam had a 9.787, the Hungarian. Now, Sherbo, coming back in his second vault, had a 9.687. That gave him a 9.699, pulled him into second place. Now, one of the real stories developing here is Yoo Ok-yul of South Korea has the lead, and South Korea has never won a medal at the World Championships. This is Li Jing right now of China, but that would be quite a story for the South Koreans.
And Li Jing just a moment ago put his hands down on his first vault, so he won't be in the running. It'll be up to Yukio Ikitani from Japan. He'll be the last vaulter.
Boginskaya of the Soviet Union, Gutsu also the Soviet. Kino is still in third. Shannon Miller in the fourth position. Li Jing's score, by the way, as we look at the vault, there is the South Korean on top. Sherbo second. And the Li Jing score, the one you were just talking about, a 9.175. So he wasn't happy.
His hand slipped, actually, as he went over the horse doing the Yurchenko vault, the same style of vault that we saw from Sherbo.
There it is.
Oh, that was much better. No, unfortunately, he hopped around on the landing, but that was the same style of vault, but with 2 twists, done beautifully, in fact, almost overpowered.
He's one of the most decorated male gymnasts in the history of China. His mother is a physician in a hospital. Bronze medalist in the all-around. And Bontas, who is going to be coming up, the one that Nadia was talking about, that's also a moment ago we had Milosevic. And Milosevic is having a conference on her performance on the beam. That's what the delay is right now. Milosevic. Lavinia Milosevic of Romania. So we'll have another Romanian, Bontas, coming in a moment. We've had really the score very quickly, but right now they've come to a grinding halt.
Svetlana Boganskaya hoping for her first gold medal here. Actually second, the team competition.
Kathy, I want to remind everybody, if any competitor scores a perfect 10 during this performance today, McDonald's will donate $1,000 to his or her Olympic training fund, all a part of McDonald's helping Olympic dreams come true. We had a 10 last night.
Of course, Kim Kwang-suk on the uneven parallel bars scored that 10.
Now we have a change on Anodi's score. Is that correct? Or was that still Milosevic? Milosevic's score now is a 9-9. That took a long time coming, didn't it? And so she is now tied for the third position with Aquino of the United States.
Christina is very capable of handling the pressure that you feel in the balance beam finals. She came up with a 9.95 in the all-around competition to clinch the bronze medal and hold off Betty Aquino of the United States, who finished fourth. Oh, no! And right as I say that, right off the bat, 0.5 of a point.
What a shame.
Wonder what Nadia's thinking right now.
And that was would have been a very difficult balance beam mount right into that difficult pass. As you can see, it shaking her confidence just a little bit, and I know she's not happy. Handspring back pike. You can see by her movement, she's normally very aggressive on this event. She moves very quickly. Leaps aren't quite as high as they should be, and they really should show complete split in the air.
Seems like the Romanians have been flustered all week long since the American women edged them out for the silver medal in the team competition. They haven't been comfortable here.
Since the scores were so tight, they really felt that they deserved to be ahead of the Americans. Very nice dismount, but unfortunately she is completely out of the running, and she knows it.
Bone toss, Romania. She was third in the all-around. Li Jing now, his second vault was a 9.587, so that averages out to 9.381. And so the South Korean still with the lead. There he is, Okyul of South Korea. Boy, the North Koreans have won a gold in the uneven bars. Kwang-suk, and now we look Yukio Iketani of Japan.
The last vaulter in this competition. Wow. Did you see how high he flew? He just sailed out of the sky on that landing. And as we mentioned, you have to stick the landings. He feels pretty good about that one. Now, if the vault is done properly, you get good height and distance, and then you have time to plan for the landing. He was so high, he spotted the ground really early. Watch when his eyes meet the ground. Right here, he's already looking at the ground, and he can just drive his feet in like a knife going into a piece of hot bread.
Iketani, born and raised in Tokyo, but he spent 6 years at a school in Osaka. 20 years old, 5'5", 135. And there it is, a 9.687.
I think that score's a little low. He had great height and distance, an excellent landing. We mentioned earlier that the scores have been in general low on the vault. I'm surprised. Second vault. Well, okay. Not a great landing, and I don't believe he's going to upset our friend from Korea.
No, I don't either. Yul of South Korea. There's the standings as we go now to the balance beam. Bontas had a 9.412. Obviously, she's not in the running. Aquino is still in the running for a medal. Milosevic is tied with her with a 9.9. Boganskaya with the lead. Gutsu, the two Soviets on top. And here's somebody you've been looking forward to, Kathy. Yang Bo.
In 1989, she was fifth in the all-around. at the World Championships, but she has struggled back after having trouble with her lower back and her left Achilles tendon. But you will never know it on this event. Look at the perfection in her movement, from the toe point to the straight legs, extreme flexibility. And she takes even little risks like that. Arching back, taking her eyes off the balance beam. Watch this, one arm back handspring, fighting through to a layout step out. She's so solid on the balance beam. Her balance is impeccable. I can't tell you how difficult that is anytime you take your eyes off the balance beam. But to add a leap and arch back, it's extremely difficult. This is absolutely gorgeous. Handspring layout step out. Watch this. Full twisting dive. Her back handspring down. It's hard to pick what I like most about Yang Bo on this event, but her choreography is exquisite. Moves so nicely. Here comes the dismount. She needs to stick this landing. Oh, no! Oh,
well, the best is Bogunskaya's 9.962. We'll be back with the final results. Yang Bo, as Kathy so well described, everything went very well until the dismount. Korean Yoo Ok-yul, that's the first medal at the World Championships and first men's gold for someone other than the Soviet Union. So South Korea, that's a big moment. Shirbo of the Soviet Union in second. Aihara of Japan with the bronze. In the balance beam, Bogunskaya of the Soviet Union with the gold. Kutsu, her teammate, in second. And then Betty Okino gets the bronze, tying Milosevic with a 9.9. That's the fourth medal the United States women have won. Okino coming up with the bronze. Yang Bo had a 9.887 just before we went away. Shannon Miller finished in sixth with a 9.862. Well, the last World Championships took place in Stuttgart, West Germany in 1989. A lot has happened in the world since then, and has changed the face of international gymnastics. Of the 52 countries taking part in these World Championships, the presence of three has a great deal to do with recent developments in world affairs. South Africa returns after a 25-year absence. Its athletes were banned because of apartheid. Now that leaders are dismantling the racist policy, they can compete. Alan Daly was the first here.
We knew that there was no international competition, so we just trained because we enjoyed the sport, and we just tried to get into the top 6 in the country, and then you'd stay there for a couple of years and then give up. But now the doors have just been opened now for us, so it's a great experience for us now.
A different door opened in Germany almost 2 years ago as the barriers between East and West came tumbling down. For the first time since 1958, gymnasts of a united Germany are taking part in the Worlds. Although the men, third in the team competition, are all former East Germans, led by top veterans Andreas Wecker and Silvio Kroll. Not surprisingly, the Soviets took first in the team event here for the fourth straight time. But with the changes still taking place in their country, that dominance may soon come to an end. The 6 team members come from 5 different republics, now independent. Only one is from Russia. What will happen for next year's Olympics remains to be seen.
I think that this is their right, their prerogative, and I think that they will come to an agreement themselves.
Athletes are taking part in our national teams, and I think this should apply to the Olympic Games.
Thursday night, 3 Soviet flags rose over the awards podium for the men's all-around competition. A familiar sight, but one we may not ever see again. Well, things change so quickly as now